We're back with a rare and unique fish in Florida's waters, and few of us have ever seen it in the wild. The small-toothed sawfish has been a protected species in our state for more than 30 years now.
And only Local 10's Janine Stanwood has body camera footage showing the arrest of two South Florida men who allegedly caught one and are now facing serious charges.
Hey, come here.
They saw some activity out here that was a little suspicious to them. They saw some flashlights in the mangroves.
FWC, come here.
Body camera video shows Florida Fish and Wildlife officers approaching men in the mangroves in Everglades City. Part of the boat is spray painted black.
Trying to stay concealed, you know.
Don't move. Hey, don't move. Stay right there. Stay right there.
The net was in the stern of the vessel. They had a white cooler in here.
Mullet. Snook.
In the cooler, officers say they first see undersized fish.
Listen to me, okay? Turn around. Turn around. All right, put your hands behind your back.
But then, a shocking discovery.
Sawfish in here, too. Yep.
A rare, endangered, and unique-looking creature called a small-toothed sawfish. If you catch one by accident, by law, you have to release it unharmed.
It does have the features similar to a shark, the dorsal fins and the side-to-side tail.
So this is the sawfish that was recovered. You can see it really looks like a cross between a ray and a shark. This is the rostrum, which is that saw-like snout. There really isn't anything like this in our Florida waters.
The small-toothed sawfish is a critically endangered species.
Dr. Neil Hammerschlag with the University of Miami says the sawfish used to be relatively abundant in Florida 100 years ago, but the population has plummeted.
They were hunted historically basically for trophies. I mean, they get to be really large, and then they've got this saw, which, you know, became a collector's item.
But he says the biggest threat wasn't hunting, it's these nets called gillnets, which are no longer legal, so people make them by hand.
Sawfish were getting entangled in gill nets because of that long saw that they have on their nose.
FWC says that's what the men in Everglades City were using. We were with officers as they measured its size.
From across the bay here, they could see subjects were what's called striking, throwing a net, a gill net or entanglement net into the water.
If you think about what a sawfish looks like, you know, it's got this huge rostrum that is essentially going to make it like catch on and get entangled in those nets, and they'll wrap around and then they can't swim, and it could potentially, you know, obviously lead to death. And this is really problematic when you're talking about, you know, a critically endangered species.
We went to the listed addresses for the men arrested here in Miami, but no one wanted to talk. Geraldo Amador and Pablo Condi face charges including possessing fish over the legal limit, using an illegal net in state waters, and taking an endangered species. Scientists and wildlife experts tell us protections for the sawfish are in place for a reason.
One of the big things that have helped sawfish is a ban on commercial gill net fishing, particularly in Everglades National Park. If you protect them properly, you will hopefully see a rebound. That's the whole idea.
Every one member of the species counts if we're going to have a recovery.
In Everglades City, Janine Stanwood, Local 10 News.
And the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission says the case is still pending and is being continued in court, and the next hearing is scheduled for March 31st.